Now, let's have a big hand for Martha and the band performing the #1 hit from 1946, made famous by Dinah Shore, Shoe Fly Pie and Apple Pan Dowdy.
Shoe fly pie and apple pan dowdy make your eyes light up. Your tummy say howdy. Shoe fly pie and apple pan dowdy. I never get enough of that wonderful stuff. Shoe fly pie and apple pan dowdy make the sun come up when heavens are cloudy. Shoe fly pie and apple pan dowdy. I never get enough of that wonderful stuff. Mama, when you bake, Mama, I don't want cake, Mama, for my sake. Just go to the oven and get some ever-loving shoe fly pie and apple pan dowdy. Make your eyes light up, your tummy say howdy. Shoe fly pie and apple pan dowdy. I never get enough of that wonderful stuff. Shoe fly pie and apple pan dowdy make the sun come up when heavens are cloudy. Shoe fly pie and apple pan dowdy. I never get enough of that wonderful stuff. I never get enough of that wonderful stuff. I never get enough of that wonderful stuff.
Thank you so very much. I am so excited to see you guys tonight, and all of you who are watching on the live stream, thank you for tuning in with us. I would like to bring out our first guests in just a moment, but let me tell you a little bit about them. Our first guests tonight come to us from Floyd, Virginia, where they host the Floyd Radio Show. It's an old-timey variety show recorded in front of a live audience, just like this, monthly at the historic Floyd Country Store. They were with us last season, and will you please join me in welcoming back Ashlee Watkins and Andrew Small.
Well, hello. It's a pleasure to be back with you today. Good to see you all. Well, we're going to kick off our first set here with a song that we've worked up recently as a bit of a response to all the current global unrest and a lot of pain and suffering out there in the world right now. And this song is a good reminder that we've got to find a way to bring a little bit of love in here today. So we're going to play this one for you now. It's called What's Going On?
Mother, there's too many of you crying. Brother, there's far too many of you dying. You know we've got to find a way to bring some loving here today. Father, there's no need to hesitate. war is not the answer, for only love can conquer hate. You know we've got to find a way to bring some loving here today. Picket lines and picket signs don't punish me with brutality. Talk to me so you can see what's going on, what's going on, what's going on, what's going on, what's going on. Mother, mother, everybody thinks we're wrong. Oh, but who are they to judge us just because our hair is long? You know we've got to find a way to bring some understanding here today. Picket lines and picket signs don't punish me with brutality. Talk to me so you can see what's going on, 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 what is going on.
Thank you very much. Of course, that was What's Going On by Marvin Gaye, done
Very
in our
cool.
style, so.
Tell me a little bit about your radio show. I don't think you had that going on last time you were here.
Yeah.
You do jingles and
That's right. Yeah,
skits?
we were super honored to be invited as the co-hosts of the Floyd Radio Show. It's been running for, well, this is its 10th season, its 10th year, and it runs from September through to May, and takes a break over the summer. And we write old-timey jingles for our supporters, and we also are involved with some of the skit writing. We get involved, we get all the bands involved in performing skits, and
That's my favorite part of the show, is the radio acting.
the voice acting.
The voice acting, yeah. I've always enjoyed acting, but I never know what to do with my body, so.
I like doing the sound
you just get
effects,
to-
that's always
yeah,
really fun.
Just get to lean into a voice, so that can be a lot of fun too, because that show, it's all about the live energy, what happens when you get a group of people together on stage. And I mean, everybody plays a little short set, but you know, the collaborations are where a lot of magic happens, and those skits are a lot of fun, because people, you know, we do a read-through, but then when you get there on stage, sometimes people really lean into those parts, and it can be pretty fun.
where can everybody listen?
Well, if you go, there's a website. I think it's through the Floyd Country Stores page that you can
also
click
go
on a
to
tab.
FloydRadioshow.com.
FloydRadioshow.com. There you go. And you can access the podcast there. They are produced as podcasts, but there's a bit of a lag before they come out as a podcast. Sure. But so that's one way. Or you can just come up to Floyd on the first Saturday of the month and see the show in person. That's the best way to see it.
I understand you've been writing music for film as well.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, film, we did one film recently, and also a podcast series, and we just did an interview for the podcast just the other day with the producers of that one. But the film was a documentary with Dr. Charlie Thompson, who's a professor of cultural anthropology at Duke University and in the Center for Documentary Studies. He also has a cabin, he and his wife Hope have a cabin up in Floyd County. And so they know the area well, and he did a project on the history of the Rock Castle Gorge and the community of Rock Castle that used to be located in that gorge. So we did the music for that. It also kind of covers the history of the Blue Ridge Parkway and how those things intersected coming into the region. And then you tell me about the podcast.
The podcast is called The Green Tunnel, and it's a historical podcast all about the Appalachian Trail. And we provided all sorts of kind of Appalachian style music for that.
Yeah, some of it's original. I mean, on both of those we did a few original pieces, but also just sort of selected and played a lot of traditional music that might have been appropriate for the areas, the regions that we're talking about here,
Right.
Southwest Virginia, and the areas that the Appalachian Trail went through. And
Well, congratulations, you guys. You've got a lot going on.
Thanks.
That's wonderful.
Thank you.
they've been great projects to dig into when there's been less performing, so
Yeah.
getting to stay at home and work on that has been really great for us.
Well, let me ask each of you where you're from originally. You might notice Ashlee's accent is a little more southern than ours.
That's right. I'm from the deep south
Yeah.
in Australia, New South Wales.
And I'm originally from eastern North Carolina. I was born in Elizabeth City and raised in Greenville, North Carolina. And so it always feels good when I come down to Elkin and pass into North Carolina every time it's coming home a little bit. But we're happy to be in Floyd, Virginia now. That's a pretty great place to live, too.
And you guys are sort of newlyweds, is that right?
Well, I guess, what is it, two
3
and a half years?
Oh, yeah, that's
Sure.
newlyweds.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah, we're already losing count, though, so.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, we've been together for about 7 years now, and playing music and traveling back and forth and that kind of thing. But
Well, it's wonderful having you back here. Do you have another song for us?
Yeah.
we do, yeah. This is a song I believe we played it last time we were down here, but we thought, why not play it for you again? This is the song that I played and was really honored to win the Merle Fest Chris Austin Songwriting Contest with this one here. And thank you, thank you. And in the bluegrass category, and also I'm really honored that it's been recorded by a good buddy of ours, Jesse Smathers from the Lonesome River Band. He's the singer of the Lonesome River Band, and they are now playing his version of this song on Bluegrass Junction. I haven't heard it on there yet, but somebody just texted me a picture message of his car stereo today, and they're playing this song on there.
Solid proof.
So that's proof. It's actually on the radio. So pretty honored for that one. So we'll play you the original version of it here. It's called Yesterday's Blues. When you left me alone and said we were through, I could never face it, I prayed it weren't true. So I set out looking for anything to do, but no drop could drown away my yesterday's blues. Running from yesterday's blues to ease my troubled mind and find something new. What I found along the way was a new kind of truth. I was only running from yesterday's blues. Myself, I thought I'd change my look. I tried to be so handsome, emptied my pocketbook. But even in my fancy jacket and a brand new pair of shoes, I was still walking backward, facing yesterday's blues. Running from yesterday's blues to ease my troubled mind and find something new. What I found along the way was a new kind of truth. I was only running from yesterday's blues. And every time we'd meet, I'd dress up in my new clothes, buy her every kind of treat. But sitting there right next to her, I'd still think of you. And I just can't go on
feeling yesterday's blues. Running from yesterday's blues to ease my troubled mind and find something new. What I found along the way was a new kind of truth. I was only running from yesterday's blues. Yes, I was only running, Lord, Lord, from yesterday's blues. Thank you very much.
We are proud to have Atrium Health Wake Forest Baptist sponsor the Martha Bassett Show. Through every stage and at every age, Atrium Health Wake Forest Baptist is here for you and your family, supporting life, health, and well-being. Atrium Health Wake Forest Baptist, care for life. TMBS is also supported in part by Life Store Insurance. They have 8 locations with one located right here in downtown Elkin. Life Store Insurance, your North Carolina insurance specialist. And remember, when you come to visit us in beautiful downtown Elkin, make sure you stop by the shops at 150 East Market Street, where you'll find Dirty Joe's Coffee, the Smoothie Station, Gwen and Martin Mercantile, the Barkery, home of Melissa's all-natural pet treats. The shops at 150 East Market Street, where you're sure to find something for everyone. Now, let's welcome to this stage this spectacular band, Cashavelly Morrison.
Our next guest comes to us from Winston-Salem. She's a multidisciplinary artist, having studied dance, writing, acting, and music. She recently released an album called Metamorphosis and produced a feature film by the same name, which has won awards in the LA Independent Women Film Awards and the Montreal Independent Film Festival. This is her first time at the Reeves Theater, so will you please welcome Cashavelly Morrison.
So excited to be here. That was from our first record, and we're going to play from our new record for the rest of the night. This is called Metamorphosis, the title track. Black eyes dipped in white, drawn to my Fahrenheit. Will you come to me, your patterned wings beating against me? Your hand reaches light above, touch the dirt to follow your blood, to be made alive. If you hold it as hard as you can, it will unfolding cocoon, unfolding you. Will you come to me, your patterned wings beating against me? My hand reaches light above, touch the dirt to follow your blood, to be made alive.
Beautiful. So tell all these folks where you're from originally. I already know.
So I grew up in Beckley, West Virginia. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful state.
Which is only about 45 minutes from where I grew up. So yes. We're like cousins.
Yeah. We probably are.
We might be. So you studied ballet at North Carolina School of the Arts.
Yes.
How did you make your way from dance to music?
So I studied ballet for 18 years, and it was my passion. I thought that was all I would ever do. And then I had a stress fracture in my spine and was in a back brace for a year. And I was just alone in this house in a back brace, literally. And I just started singing to myself all the time. And that's when I first started writing songs. But I was too shy to share them with anyone. I think I shared them with like 2 friends. And then I kind of meandered through some other art forms, but every time I would go through something difficult, I would end up writing songs. And finally one day I was like, I think I'm a songwriter. I guess I should just write songs instead of trying to do all these other things.
We were talking earlier, she was working on a novel and went to graduate school for writing.
Right. I went to Hollins University for novel writing, and I was working on this novel that was set in 1917 West Virginia in a coal company town. And researching the novel, I was just listening to all the music of that time period, and that just, I got so immersed in the music that I ended up writing an album instead of a novel. It was way more fun to write an album instead of a novel, so sometimes there's a better plan than our idea of it.
Sure. Well, tell us about the film.
So we had made the record, and we were mixing it, and we were just sitting around during quarantine, and I just thought, we might never perform live again. Like, this might last forever. And so I knew 2 filmmakers, and I called them up and I was like, hey, you want to make this movie? And they were like, yes, please, like, give us something to do. So I wrote this script that I already kind of had in my head of the story of the album Metamorphosis. And every weekend we would shoot it for about 6 or 7 weeks, and it was just so fun. And I got poison ivy all over my body, and did some things my mom probably, I'll never tell her, to get the shot, but we were all safe and it ended up fine. Yeah.
And you've had some success in film festivals, and you have some other things coming up.
Yeah, so the film's in the film festival circuit, and I got some good news, but I can't share it yet, that it'll have an in-person premiere soon, so.
They can find out from your website.
Yes, Cashavelly, Morrison. And I should say Cashavelly is my grandmother's maiden name and Morrison is my mother's maiden name, and that was my way of honoring them and reclaiming their power in this project.
That's beautiful. Will you please share another song with us?
Yes, I'd be happy to.
Thank you.
Turn to
so much. I'm so happy to be here. Thank you.
The Martha Bassett Show is supported in part by Explore Elkin, your one-stop travel source for the Yadkin Valley and beyond. If you're looking for hometown charm, historic landmarks, Main Street shopping, and fine dining, come stay a while in downtown Elkin. Elkin is a small town with a big community. So whether it's downtown events, music, hiking, or just paddling the Blue Water Trail, let Explore Elkin help you find your trail. Learn more on Facebook or at Explore Elkin. Support for the Martha Bassett Show also comes from these fine Elkin businesses: the Elk Pharmacy, Yoga on Main, Coley Hall at the Liberty, Angry Troll Brewing, Yadkin Valley Quilts, the Wisdom Table, and Elkin's premier cocktail venue, Fruition.
There's some music that you just gravitate to and keep coming back to it over the years. And to me, that has been Jim White. Before we started our very first season of the Martha Bassett Show, I kind of followed him around to 2 or 3 performances and finally got the nerve to invite him. He was the first person that I invited to be a guest on the show. He was on the 3rd episode, but he was the very first person that I invited. And he was very gracious and said yes immediately. And I've been hoping to get him back ever since. And he's been doing a lot more producing than performing lately, particularly during the pandemic. And so this is the first chance we've had to bring him up from Athens, Georgia. And I'll tell you a little bit about him. Before coming to music professionally, he's worked as a fashion model, a professional surfer, and a New York City cab driver. He attended film school at New York University, where he began performing and writing music. And through friends, he was discovered by the great David Byrne and offered a record deal. And he's been performing and producing ever since. It is my honor to welcome back Mr. Jim White.
Yeah.
You left out that I worked on an asphalt crew in the South in the summer.
I did not know that.
So I have paid my dues. Hello, everybody. Thanks for coming out tonight. You ready to start? And I should introduce Andrew. Andrew was... we met about 12 years ago in an Irish bar, and it's St. Patrick's Day, and we haven't seen each other since pretty much then. So we feel like we're being drawn over to Ireland together to probably die in a car wreck on the wrong side of the road or something like that. We drift along down rivers, past the towns where we were born, past broken smokestack factories, graveyards of lost loved ones. We cast our dreams on waters dark and watch them drift away. We turn our eyes heavenward, but feel no need to pray. It's that day upon day, trial upon trial, wished upon, walked upon, smile. We smile each day. Gonna chase this dark away. This life is short and aren't we devil by all that we have become? The inventory of our sins has struck us deaf and dumb. stories we once lived to tell have long since faded gray. And knowing night of heaven's grace, what piper must we pay? It's that day upon day, trial upon trial, wished upon, walked upon, smile, we smile each day. Gonna chase this dog away. These fallen leaves, they might tell a tale of harder times to come. But let us not surrender to our fears and turn to run. For our dreams will rise up above this earth to mingle with the stars, then return as healing summer rain, a balm to these ancient scars. It's that day upon day, trial upon trial, wish upon, walk upon, smile, we smile each day. Yeah, that smile, we smile each day. Yeah, that smile, we smile each day. Gonna chase this dog away. Darling, help me chase this dog away.
Jim White.
How about a hand for Martha?
Thank you.
You have no idea how hard she works, and Pat too. To put together a show like this, it's just an extraordinary undertaking. All the moving parts, they have to orchestrate them and all. And you know, it seems like showbiz to you, like Vegas or something, but it's really a lot of work. And the reason she does it, I don't think she does it for fame or money. I think she does it because she is passionate about music, and that's really beautiful. This next song. Well, if it's funny, I wrote this song and I can't sing it, and I really can't play it on guitar either. And of course, it's my biggest song. It appeared in the closing credits of the El Camino movie, the Breaking Bad series. It was a duet that I did. It was originally supposed to be with Ricky Lee Jones, who was a fan of mine, apparently. I found out. But I couldn't find her. I figured I'd just look in the phone book, you know. Couldn't find her, and my manager said, "Oh no, you're not going to get Ricky Lee Jones, but I know someone who can do it." And it turned out to be Amy Mann. So when your backup singer is Amy Mann, that's a good day. All right, this is called "Static on the Radio." 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 a.m. I'm awakened by sweet summer rain, distant howling of a passing southbound coal train. Was I dreaming, or was there someone just lying here beside me in this bed? Am I hearing things, or in the next room? Did a long forgotten music box just start playing? And I know
it's a sin putting words in the mouths of the dead.
And I know
it's a crime to weave your wishes into what they said.
And I know
only fools venture
static on the radio.
Static on the radio.
Everything I
think I know is just static on the radio.
it's just static on the radio.
Static on the radio.
Midnight rendezvous with a pretty girl wearing a torn and tear-stained wedding gown. Like a ghost ship, she appeared from nowhere on a lonely highway and flagged me down. I gave her a lift downtown to the Greyhound station, and in the flicker of the neon lights, in the mirror of her eyes as she kissed me goodbye, I saw my own reflection, and I know
That the blind will sometimes lead the blind
as we go
through shadowlands and troubled times.
and I know
Forsaking love, we seek for signs
and I know
of truths forever hid behind.
static on the radio.
Static on the radio.
Static on the radio.
Static on the radio.
Everything I
Everything I think I know is just static on the radio.
it's just static on the
Everything I think I know is just
radio.
static on the radio.
Now there's a church house, it's about a stone's throw down from this place where I've been staying. It's Sunday morning, and I'm sitting in my truck, listening to my neighbors sing. 10 years ago, I might have joined in, but don't time change those inclined to think less of what is written than what's wrote between the lines. 'Cause I know
Dreams are for those who are asleep in bed.
and I know
It's a sin putting words in the mouths of the dead.
and I know
For all my ruminations, I can't change a thing.
still I hope
There's others out there that are listening.
to the static on the radio.
Static on the radio.
Static on the radio.
Everything I think I know is just static on the radio.
Everything
Ain't praying for miracles, I'm just down on my knees.
it's all just static on
Listening
the
for the song
radio.
Everything I think I know.
Static on the radio. Static on the radio. Static.
It's just static on the radio. Everything I think I know is just static on the radio.
Yeah.
That'll make radio. I believe you had another song. Was Word Mule on Breaking Bad?
Word Mule was the song the record company said, we are not putting that on the record. And my producer said, it's going to end up in a fight scene in a movie. And so we have to put it in. He said that. Or he said, it was English. He said, it's going to end up, like an English guy. So 17 years passed, and it was my most unpopular song. I can tell because you get these readouts, you know, like, yeah, the top song is getting 3,000 hits a month, and the bottom song is getting 1 hit a month, and that's by some guy who lives in his mom's basement, you know. And Word Mule was that song until it got put in Breaking Bad, and I didn't really know what Breaking Bad was. So I was in England, and all of a sudden I came home the night it aired. I came home and I had like 742 emails. And it's like, what is that? And I'd forgotten that they were putting it in there. So yeah, they put it in there, and it's, you know, got 1 million hits now, and it's like, it's crazy. It's crazy, yeah. Fame and celebrity by way of TV.
Well, the next song that we're going to do is not Word Mule, it's Jailbird, and it is one of my favorites.
Oh, yeah, that's the wrong guitar for Jailbird.
All right. I'm glad I brought it up.
In fact,
I was going to ask you, what was the inspiration for this song?
Jailbird?
Yeah.
Well, it's funny because, see, everything has a story. I can't say something simply. And I saw Vladimir Putin saying to one of his ministers, "Speak plainly." And I was just glad that he didn't say that to me, because I would have been shot. Because I can't speak plainly. Jailbird, I grew up in Pensacola, Florida. It's a very religious, constricted religious town. And I didn't fit in there. I just never did. And as soon as I hit age of consent, I started running away as fast as I could. You know, 18 years old, I was gone. And I kept coming back trying to make peace with the town. And I never really could, and I still can't. There's people there that I love, but it's kind of a bittersweet feeling coming home for a variety of reasons. Dixie is a scourge and a scar, and a girl in my heart, in a state of mind. Jesus is the man with a plan. He's a short-haired Mexican friend of mine. Them small-town clowns drag you down, can't leave your past behind. Hear the wipers in the rain tapping out time, coming up on a new state line. I wanna be a jailbird from the prison of my own damn mind. Gonna get me a fast car, set out and see what I can find. Break up the well of tears, disappear, leave myself behind. Gonna be a jailbird from the prison of my own damn mind. Midnight, take a shortcut through the downtown cemetery. No stepping on graves, check the statue of the Virgin Mary. She's catching moonlight in the shadows, revealing spider webs. Can you see the black widow hung between Our Lady's hands? I wanna be a jailbird from the prison of my own damn mind. Gonna get me a fast car, set out and see what I can find. Break up the well of tears, disappear, leave myself behind. Gonna be a jailbird from the prison of my own damn mind. so hungry for oblivion, my thoughts would linger like fingers in a deadly web. But in time as sorrow showed its face, and kinda learned to ache for grace, to work and pray to one day be delivered whole, alive and free. I wanna be a jailbird from the prison of my own damn mind. Gonna get me a fast car, set out to see what I can find. Pick up the well of tears, disappear, leave myself behind. Gonna be a jailbird from the prison of my own damn mind.
Thanks, John. Hey, this is Chazare Shank on the drums, joining us from Cashavelly, Morrison. Well, let's do one more before we take our intermission.
Now I get to play this one.
Yeah.
This is like a Darth Vader guitar. My alter ego comes out with this one. How did we start this? Did I play a drum loop? You're kidding. We started it with... I normally, before I got signed to my record deal, I spent 25 years alone writing songs and never played with another person. And I think tonight is going to be like the most people I ever played with in my life. So it's strange. Normally I have my little drum loop and I sit in my room and I dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee, you know? And it's really beautiful having the dynamics of all these wonderful musicians, Chaz and Deshaun, Sarah, everybody, the whole thing. Wait till you see, something. All right, this is the one that the big drunk cowboy liked. It's called Handcuffed to a Fence in Mississippi. Yeah, I'm handcuffed to a fence in Mississippi. My girlfriend blows a boozy goodbye kiss. I see flying squirrels and nightmares of stigmata. Then awakening to find my Trans Am gone. Still I'm feeling pretty good about the future. Yeah, the thing is peaches but the cream. I'm handcuffed to a fence in Mississippi, where things is always better than they seem. I say the guitar that my cousin played in prison, open with the TV in a swimming pool. I'm calling for the owner of the motel, then noticing the blood stain on the door. Uh-oh. Yeah, I'm reaching for the shoes under the bushes, just in time to hear the siren sing. Yeah, I'm handcuffed to a fence in Mississippi, where things is always better than they seem. My Trans Am is missing. My Trans Am is missing. My Trans Am is missing. And in Mississippi, that's the problem, bro. My Trans Am is missing. My Trans Am is missing. My Trans Am is missing. I guess no more kissing that girl who loved my car. Hey, you know what? Freedom's just a stupid superstition. 'Cause life's a highway that you travel blind. It's true that having fun's a terminal addiction. And what good is happiness when it's just a state of mind? Fall in the prison of perpetual emotion. We are shackled to the millstone of our dreams. May I handcuffed to a fence in Mississippi, where things is always better than they seem. Things is always better than they seem. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Things is always better than they seem. Yeah, 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 yeah. You know what? Things is always better than they. Things is always better than they. Things is always better than they seem.
Jim White. All right, folks, we're going to take a short intermission. Check out the merch table and grab a drink, and we'll see you back here in a few minutes. I'm going to sing a song called Pie Song, and it was written by a local woman named Emily Scott Robinson. She's from Greensboro, but she has been making a splash nationally for the last 5 or 6 years. She's been on the road, and she writes some beautiful songs. We had her scheduled to be on the show before the pandemic, and just haven't been able to work it out since, but I'm hopeful that we'll have her probably next season. Emily Scott Robinson is her name. Look her up. And this is Pie Song. If you want to bake a pie, first you make the crust. Never skimp on butter, or it'll turn out tough. Rhubarb from the garden, cinnamon and clove, a cup of Dixie sugar, a little moonshine in the dough. But nothing you can make you good enough if you're cooking for a man who doesn't love you. Spend all day in the kitchen, baking something sweet. Flour on your apron, dancing in bare feet. You put all your hopes and wishes into his birthday pie. But then there's something kin to pity there behind his eyes. 'Cause nothing you can make you good enough if you're cooking for a man who doesn't love you.
but he'll never bring you home to meet the family. 'Cause honey, nothing you can make you good enough if you're cooking for a man who doesn't love you.
Deshaun Hickman on the pedal steel. I would like to invite back out my friend Cashavelly Morrison and her wonderful band.
like a blacksmith for hire. So every hammer hid in its place, and you're not the man they wanted you to be. Looks, you've got nothing to build a fire. You can't admit how much you need me. You can't admit how much you need me. This roof's gone to rot. Let die what's dying. See me plain when you come down to my shoulder.
That was beautiful, Cashavelly.
So much.
Well, we've all already met Chazray Shank on the drums. Would you like to introduce the rest of your fine band? Who is this handsome man to your
So
left?
this is Ryan McLeod, who I make music and babies with. And we co-write these songs together. From the very beginning, he helped me do music when I didn't consider myself a musician, whereas he studied music, and he wanted to give up music, and then I dragged him back into it, and now
Good for you.
I'm grateful.
he's very appreciative of that. And over here is Luke Payne, who I've known for, gosh, probably 20 years, and he's just my rock in every way, my best friend, and teaches at School of the Arts now.
What do you teach, Luke? What do you teach?
Oh, I teach guitar.
Teaches guitar. Very good.
He's the best teacher, by the way. If you need lessons, he's amazing. And this is John Ray over here, and John's very well known around the area. He's a very coveted bass player, and I feel very lucky to have him play with us. And you know Chaz. And this is Kevin Beck, who's just one of my favorite people ever. And he's a guitarist too, but I make him play keys.
Well, your songs tell stories, and they do feel cinematic to me as I'm listening to your music. I can see scenes, and I love that about your music. It's epic.
Thank you. My brother's a filmmaker, and I grew up. He's 11 years older, and he would literally come home on the weekends with like 10 movies, and we watch them, and we'd dissect them together. So I feel like I went to film school.
Yeah,
From
you kind of did.
My older brother Matt. Yeah.
Well, I want to thank you so much for being on the show. We've had Cashavelly Morrison when we did the Ideas City Festival last fall. Some of you may have been there for that, and they performed then. But this is their first time here at the Reeves, so I'm just grateful that you guys came.
This is top notch. This is amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Will you share one more song with us?
Yes, I'm so excited to do that.
No, you didn't need any savior. You're just holding your own shoulders, walking along a river, all alone, staring straight at it, there to see what is it? What is it? The wet branch this paper used to be. You began in your mother's belly. You were there even when she was a
pleasure. Thank you.
We're really proud these folks came on, so let's have some applause in a second. And a little more applause for this next sponsor. The Martha Bassett Show is supported in part by Hugh Chatham Memorial Hospital. In the 2022 Women's Choice Awards, the hospital received 2 awards, Best Hospital for Patient Safety and Best Hospital for Stroke Care, placing them in the top 10% nationally. In addition, following a 2021 survey, the Joint Commission certified the hospital with the Advanced Total Hip and Total Knee Replacement Accreditation, the highest distinction in total joint care. Learn more at hughchatham.org. Now, let's welcome back Ashlee and Andrew.
Thank you, everyone. Oh my gosh, the music on this show is just phenomenal. I'm really enjoying it from back here.
I just have to say, I'm really enjoying it too. I'm enjoying, especially watching Jim White play all these songs, because I used to play bass with him about 11 years ago, and I remember playing quite a few of these songs and traveling around. That was my first professional gig, playing with Jim White, so it's really, it feels great to be back and sharing a stage with Jim here tonight. But anyway, we're going to try something a little different here now. This is a new song that we've been working on recently, and if a song is ever finished,
right.
then, you know, but we're still working on it, but we just finished it this morning. So it's never been played for anybody before, as it is right now. So we're gonna try it for you. Yeah. All right. Our little town is humming, and there's no doubt the way you look away from me that you've been stepping out. Well, I know I'm right. It's not my price to pay. Finish what you started and step out of my way. They say you're leaving. Well, it's about time. Just a little bit longer. I've lost my mind. Tell me it's over. You can think you've won. Finish what you started so I can move on. Just a faded picture hanging on my wall. It's the only way I can stand to see you at all. Well, I know someday you'll get your due. Finish what you started so I can smile too. Say you're leaving. Well, it's about time. Just a little bit longer. I've lost my mind. Tell me it's over. You can think you've won. Finish what you started so I can move on. Thank you so much. I also wanted to say, it's called Finish What You Started. I started writing that song probably in September of last year, and it's been sitting around for about 6 months, and that title's been bugging me. And so this week was when I sat down and said, I gotta finish that song, so here it is. Finish What You Started.
Well done. Well, some of you might not know that the Reeves is involved with starting a new music school here in this community called the Reeves Downtown School of Music. And the reason I'm bringing that up right now is because both Ashlee and Andrew are teaching. They're on the faculty there, so you can actually take lessons from them if you want. So Ashlee, tell us what you teach.
Yeah, well, I've been teaching a beginner clawhammer banjo class, which has been really fun, and my students are coming right along. And we also teach a learning to jam class, where we just get everyone involved in playing their instruments, whether they're from different backgrounds. We're playing in like a bluegrass and old-time style. We also teach a harmony singing class, where we focus on, again, more old-time and bluegrass and country harmony styles. And
We might have some students in this audience here tonight, actually.
yeah.
There they are.
But yeah, we're really enjoying being a part of the Reeves School of Music over there, and it's such an amazing space that you've got here in town for music lessons. It's a very inspiring space to hang out and play music and sing songs and learn together. We're learning too each week as we break down these songs and explore 4-part harmonies and that sort of thing. So.
And Andrew's also teaching a mandolin class as well.
That's right, yeah. And I think that a new session is about to start pretty soon, so I think there's a chance for people to sign up and jump in to some of these classes.
I want to take that banjo class sometime.
You should, come on.
Please do.
All right.
I think we're also working on bringing our old-time string band down to do a dance there too one of these nights. So keep your ears peeled for that and come cut a rug with us. That'll be fun.
Yeah, well, thank you for contributing to this. It's this new School of Music is just a wonderful addition to this community. They're starting a jam program, junior Appalachian music program for the kids, and it's high time that we had that here.
Yeah, absolutely.
So thanks to the Reeves for spearheading it. Well, would you please share another song with us?
Sure, we'd love to.
Yeah.
Thank you.
So speaking of our string band, this is a number that we worked up to play with our old-time string band. We have a band called the Alum Ridge Boys and Ashlee, and our band was actually honored to win the blue ribbon in the old-time band contest at Galax last year, which is a big one for us. Yeah. Thank you. So we've actually got some plans in the next couple months. We're going to record an album with that band, and we're actually going to make it a live record, because that's how we think the music we play ought to be recorded, and that's what we're going to try to do. And this song is one that we play every time we get together. Our banjo player, Chris Perlman, when we go down and hang out with him, sometimes he asks us to play it 2 or 3 times in the same night, because he just loves it so much, playing this song.
We'll just play it once for you.
But we'll just play it once for you tonight. But this is a song that was actually written as a bluegrass song, composed by a man, Roy McMillan. He was originally from Fancy Gap and Virginia, just half hour away up there, and bluegrass was sort of his side hobby, and he played professionally, but he had a job. I think he worked for a car dealership or something, and he lived down in North Carolina. But he wrote some amazing songs. This one was played by a lot of bluegrass bands and recorded in a bluegrass style, and we thought it was such a good song and kind of spoke to some of these tough times that everybody's been feeling in the last couple of years. And we thought, what if we worked that up sort of in our style and in the style of some of our favorite string bands, and to really light a fire under it and give it the energy that we were after. So that's.
And it was also a really short song, so we wrote another verse for it too. So had to stretch it out a little bit.
So yeah. So here it is. This one's called "Cold Wind." Does that sound good for you? Knocking on my door, hard time, hard time.
knocking on my door? Hard times, hard times. What's that blowing in my window? Cold wind, cold wind. When the cold wind's blowing, hard times go. I ain't gonna worry no more. Knocking on my door, hard times, hard times. What's that blowing in my window? Cold wind, cold wind. Let the cold winds blow and the hard times go. I ain't gonna worry no more. Knocking on my door, hard time, hard times. What's that blowing in my window? Cold wind, cold wind. When the cold winds blow and the hard times go, I ain't gonna worry no more, no more.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
The Martha Bassett Show comes to you from the Reeves Theater and Cafe, downtown Elkin's newly renovated landmark. Originally opened as an Art Deco movie theater in 1941, it was fully operational until 1977, and then became the Elk Twin Cinema until 1994. Closed for decades after, it was lovingly restored and reopened in 2018. The Reeves Theater has a vibrant music lineup with amazing national, regional, and local artists. This month, you can hear the Reeves House Band perform your favorite yacht rock classics on March 25th, and the celebrated Seattle roots group Weston Centuries will visit Elkin on April 1st. You can follow the entire schedule at reevestheater.com. Now, let's get back to the Reeves Theater stage in Elkin, North Carolina with Martha, the band, and Jim White.
I'm scared to play after Andrew and that fiddle. There's residual energy on the stage I might be electrocuted by inhaling some of the particles. I did a bluegrass record that he was playing. I guess, is that bluegrass?
Just there? I call that more like old-time dance music.
Old-time dance music, and there's similarities between bluegrass. I released a bluegrass record some years ago, and it charted on the Billboard chart. It was number 5 on the Billboard chart, and I was so impressed with myself. And I called the record company and said, "Look at us, we're number 5. You know, how many records did we sell?" And they said, 243. And I said, well, if I'd have known that's how it worked, I would have bought another 200 myself, so I could have just charted at number 1. And they said, Taylor Swift's dad already did that. Her first record. And it's a smart move. Anyway, this song's off of that record that charted. It's called Sorrow Shine, and I seldom get to do it. I'm so thrilled to do it with Martha here, because she's a real singer. She brings me turpentine. She smiles and rains it down upon my wounds. I say I like it fine, suits my affinity for motel rooms. Frameworks of crippled minds, smoke trails trace the gloom, dreams bought on borrowed time. Shadowed smiles half lit with sorrow shine. Sorrow shine. We lay among the weeds. Time flies when will our hearts go to sea. Headlong into our sins, each day revealing more uncertainties. Road maps and other signs, ghost trails that lead nowhere, on back roads and borderlines. Heartache's a state of mind. In sorrow shine. Sorrow shine. Do you remember, half drunk in Wichita, driving wild with the windows open wide? We prayed the winter wind would blow our sins away. Strange how we come to rest, yet here our troubles stay. Yet here our troubles stay. What's been planted here? Some mystery too old to navigate. Fate deals out crooked hands, cards marked by jokers high above this earth. Knowing no highway home, blindly we stumble on, fools dancing in the rain, soaked through with sorrow shine.
Sorrow shine.
Sorrow shine.
Sorrow shine.
Sorrow shine.
Sorrow shine.
Sorrow shine. There's that quote at the end of The Wild Palms by Faulkner. It's between grief and nothing, I'll take grief. And that's kind of like the idea of the song. It's like grief and nothing. And then I told my existential friend that, and he goes, oh no, the prospect of nothing is much more interesting. And I've still been trying to work out what he meant by that. It's like, Yeah. He was, last time I talked to him, he was smuggling ecstasy and power tools into Brazil. I don't want to go into the details. All right, another song. This one's called State of Grace, and it sort of name checks this general area. Not quite. I didn't get North Carolina in it because it doesn't really rhyme with a lot. It's not my sun, yes. So if it ain't shining, when I wake up tomorrow morning, that'll be all right with me. That'll be all right with me. Hey, hey. Now these old shoes, yes, they might be walking down a lonesome highway, 'cause my car's broke down again. But that'll be all right with me. That'll be all right with me. Hey, hey. 'Cause I got lost somewhere in Mississippi.
I fell down on my luck in Tennessee. I hit bottom hard up there in West Kentucky. Rising up the state I found my way to was a state of cockeyed grace that now resides in me. State of cockeyed grace that now resides in me. Riding out one gusty day in Texas, come a dust storm blowing miles of tumbleweed. All them years are rolling from nowhere to nowhere. Sure took a toll on the tumbleweed in me. 'Cause you can cut your heart to ribbons on the barbed wires of words you said that now imprison you. Ah, but flying never cured no broken winged bird. Some lives a testament that is true. Me, I got lost somewhere in Mississippi. I fell down on my luck in Tennessee. I hit bottom hard up there in West Kentucky. Rising up the state I found my way to was a state of cockeyed grace that now resides in me. State of cockeyed grace that now resides in me. I ain't saying I'm immune to tribulation. I ain't playing tricks with no slick philosophy. All I'm saying is when you looked up from well below the bottom, it damn sure modifies the picture that you see. Oh yes, my friends, it modifies the picture that you see. Oh, all I'm saying is it modifies the picture you see. 'Cause I got lost somewhere in Mississippi. I fell down on my luck in Tennessee. I hit bottom hard up there in West Kentucky. Rising up the state I found my way to was a state of cockeyed grace that now resides in me. The state of cockeyed grace that now resides in me.
Yeah. Mr. Jim White.
Yeah.
We have one more song for you guys, and I'd like to invite the full cast back out here. We're going to sing a Jim White song. And Jim, I'd love for you to tell us a little bit more of this. I've heard you tell this story before, that this is kind of a true story. In Pensacola, there was an actual Jesus in a motorhome, that there were Jesus impersonators in this town.
Well, I come from Pensacola. It's a very conservative religious place. Pensacola Bible College is there. They have a sort of like a equal to the Taliban kind of hold on the community. Sharia law is very, very similar to what goes on at Pensacola Bible College, and it's a strange place. There's some kind of funny energy there, and I got saved in this little church when I was a 13-year-old drug addict, and I realized I was going to die, so I was literally saved, because I was going to overdose within the next couple of weeks. And I got the church. It was like this funny energy in the church, and it kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger until it was this mega church, the biggest church biggest revival in America. It's called the Brownsville Assembly of God. They had the Brownsville Outpouring, longest running revival of the 20th and then 21st century. And that's saying something. The Pentecostals they're a hardcore bunch. And so when it got big, this Jesus impersonator showed up, and he had the cross, and he was serious hombre. I mean, he was serious. He had the crown of thorns and the blood running down his head, and he had the clothes that looked like he stole someone's drapes, you know, and he had the cross, and he would drag it through the streets, and you would kind of hear him coming. You'd be talking to somebody on a street corner, and they'd say, "What's that noise?" And you'd say, "Oh, don't worry, it's just Jesus." And then he'd come around the corner. And, you know, we admired him for his asceticism, you know, and his overall approach to his religion. And then a second Jesus showed up, and that created conflict in the town. And they would pass each other on the street. And little grudging looks, you know, "Hey, Jesus." So then, and it was kind of like a standoff for a while, but then I call him the progressive Jesus. He showed up to town, and he had a wheel on his cross, like a little wheel, and he'd just go scooting by the dragon Jesuses. Just, and so there was a division in the church. The traditionalists were saying, no, Jesus did not have a wheel. Whereas the more progressive members of the church were saying, well, our Jesus covers 14 miles a day. How much do you draggers cover? So it looked like the world was going to fall apart there for everybody. It was going to spontaneously combust until the lazy Jesus showed up. And I liked him best. He had a motorhome, and he had his cross on the back, and he would just drive it somewhere and stand next to it, just lean there. And I liked that. It was low-key Jesus. So, yeah. So anyway, I liked him until I got behind him in traffic one day. And he was not an especially attentive driver, and he was going slow, and I was behind him. I was like, "Jesus, what are you doing up there?" And I thought, what is he doing up there? So I decided to write a song about it. That's what you do with the aggravation and frustration in your life. You write songs about them, right? Yeah, all right. Y'all ready? Uh-huh. If Jesus drove a motorhome, I wonder would he drive? Pedal to the metal, or real slow? Checking out the stereo, cassette playing Bob Dylan. Maybe a motivation tape. Tricked up Winnebago with the tie-dye drapes. If Jesus drove a motorhome, 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 motorhome. If Jesus drove a motorhome, 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 motorhome. If Jesus drove a motorhome and he come to your town, would you try to talk to him? Would you follow him around? Honking horns at the drive-thru, double parking at the mall, midnight at the Waffle House. Jesus ate eggs with y'all. If Jesus drove a motorhome, 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 motorhome. Jesus drove a motorhome, 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 motorhome. Motorhome, 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 motorhome. Hold on, you got your Buddha on a motorcycle, hammered in the train. Now here comes Jesus in the passing lane. But everybody smiles, cause everybody's grooving. Ain't nothing like the feeling of moving with a bona fide motorized savior. Motorhome, 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 motorhome. Motorhome, motorhome, motorhome. Now if we all drove motorhomes, well maybe in the end, with no country to die for, we could all be friends. One world as a highway, ain't no yours or my way. Yeah, we'd be cool wherever we roam. If Jesus
a motor home. Yeah, if Jesus drove a motor home. Come on, Jesus, put the pedal to the metal.
Thank you all for
Thank you,
tuning
everyone. This is
in
Jim
to our
White.
beautiful live audience. Let's hear it for Jim White, Ashlee Watkins, and Andrew Small, Cashavelly Morrison, that great band, Desiree Shank, Kevin Beck, Luke Payne, Ryan and Melissa McLeod, and John Ray. The band tonight was Russell Kelly, Deshaun Hickman, Sarah Howe Miller, Desiree Shank, and me, Pat Lawrence. Our interstitial music tonight was composed by Russell Kelly. A big thanks to the Reeves Theater and staff in the beautiful town of Elkin, North Carolina. Jeff Irving and Doug Williams of Electromagnetic Radiation Recorders handled the sound. Eric DeLager and Daniel Costin provided our video broadcast, and Krista Auber managed the house. Go visit Miranda out there. She's selling the merch. The Martha Bassett Show. It's good music for good people. Thank you so much for joining us. Y'all drive safe and come back and see us.
Thanks, everyone.